because it's pretty hard and it's pretty different from any percent and glitchless. So you actually saw Shadows of the Colossus on the schedule, but some things changed. So here's Rayman 3. And are you guys ready on the timer? Yeah. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So like I said, welcome to Rayman Y Bad Voice Acting Edition. The first thing you see is that we play this game in Italian, and that's just because there is a little dialogue screen in the first level, what is like 10 seconds long, and Murphy is explaining about how switches work. But we can skip it by going in the Italian language and doing all the tricks really fast, so Murphy doesn't reach the platform yet. Yeah, the main focus on any percent in all tinsies is something called super jumps. A super jump is a thing when you hold the Y button or the first person mode, you can get more height, and you can skip most of the important parts of the game. And yeah, you basically skip in any percent all the important storyline, and in all tinsies you just get all the 60 tinsy cages, and 6 tinsy cages give you health. So at the end of this run, near the final boss, we have a full health bar and 60 tinsy cages. And by the way, for attack, the estimate is wrong. The estimate was 10 minutes higher.
Also, I'm Pink. I have also a mic. I sometimes run this game as well, but only any percent. I'm not familiar with
Altinsis is most of the part. It has the same tricks, but in the levels, Hoodlum headquarters and Tower of the Leptos, we go a way different route. So overall, it's the same, but there are just a few things, and we need to do more tricks, what makes this category way harder than any percent. This game is already pretty hard to run, so what is also pretty interesting. And there is one mechanic in this game, and that is rolling. And if you go on a platform and you roll off of it, you get more height and get a little bit of speed. And the first thing is the super jump here, what I'm gonna show right now. And yeah, you just basically skip the whole level here and you're already at the Fairy Council. What is the name of the first level? And normally here you get the cutscene from Murphy explaining switches. But as you see, you don't hear Murphy talk or no cutscene happens. So we're just gonna skip it all. And the first thing you're going to see from hard tricks is a rolling super jump. What I get first try for some reason, so it's actually pretty hard.
It's much better than what we used to do before that.
Normally we used to do a super jump, what takes around 20 seconds. And if you get this first try, it saves around 5 seconds over the normal strat. And normally when you play from a save file, you get a autosave after every level. But now I'm not playing from a save file and I don't even have a memory card in, so it saves around 3 seconds every loading screen. What you're going to see here is a super jump but extended. And we do that by spamming Y after we get the super jump, so we can get even more height. And so we just skip here the whole level, because normally you need to hit all the piggy banks in that section and open the door and get up, and there's a new character up there who's called Andre, and Andre is the main boss of this game. He just wants to destroy the worlds. And Andre is a black llama, and the black llamas are just red llamas, what are the normal, yeah, you can call it villagers in this game. Nice. what are the villagers of this game or of this world. And a black llama is just a red llama, but it got scared by something and it just becomes evil. Here's the part where I'm going to concentrate, because this is actually a really hard trick and really precise. Nice, first try. It maybe looks like the tricks are pretty easy, but most of the part is just having a really precise angle. And at some points like this, there's a really small window where you can get out of bounds. But now we are at the end of Fairy Council already, and we're only 5 minutes in. The part where we are right now, this is the heart of the world, and this is the only part where you get a little dialogue explaining some stuff. Because normally this goes about a Glowbox eating Andre, but we don't know how Andre looks like, and he's just in Glowbox's stomach. And we can't even understand what the Tin Seasonal are saying because it's in Italian. And just one really important thing about this game: you should not run this game in Italian. It is maybe faster, but the voice acting is so bad in this game that we all get headaches from it.
The only thing I understand here is Rayman Quattro.
The only thing I can maybe understand is Glowbox et Amigo, because you hear that like 4 times. And it's like Glowbox is your friend and you need to help him. But now we need to bring Glowbox to the Tinsy Doctors. And after the Tinsy Doctors we get a little Tinsy Highway or Funky Board level. And that's just... I don't know what Ubisoft was doing when they made this game, but I think they were on some type of stuff when they made this. But you're going to see why, because it's really trippy. And we get 3 of these types of levels. It's just skateboarding over platforms. And normally we have a rule in the Rayman community, what is you can't read chat while you're in a Tinsy Highway. And that's just because when you look away, it's really easy to fall down and it loses a lot of time. So I'm trying to focus here, but I'm also trying to commentate, what is pretty hard. But there are in this game just about the story. Glowbox ate Andre, and now we bring Glowbox to 3 Tinsy Doctors. One of them is in the Clearly Forests. One is in the Land of the Living Dead, and one is at the Desert of the Knaran. What are 3 levels in this game. And the first 2 doctors don't know how to help Glowbox, so they're all combined at the last doctor's office. And they get Andre out of Glowbox, and then he steals the Leptus staff. And he's just trying to he's going to destroy the world with a different character, what I'm not gonna name yet, because he's a little secret. And he is one of the bosses, so this is gonna be interesting. And this is already the end of the first level. And by the time, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the first level doesn't have cages, so it's exactly the same as any %, right?
Yep, it doesn't have any cages. So now the real run starts with grabbing cages. And I see we have a donation, so go ahead while we're watching this cutscene.
We got in 20 euros from Bad RNG, who says, here's the promised 20 euros for my deaths. I heard the rival name should be Murphy, so let's go for that one. Good luck and have fun to all remaining runners. And then Muncie came in with 5 euros and says, Pink Cute and Shadow are so cute. So, that's good. Thank you all so much for your generous donations.
Like I didn't explain it yet, but there are we can use the camera mode to get even more height with super jumps, and that's what we call camera buffering. So most of the time I'm going to prefer with CB-ESJs and CB-SJs, what are known as camera buffer super jumps and camera buffer extended super jumps. This is a glide walk, what is really inconsistent and hard to work with. Because we hold Y and A in mid-air, and then we press the camera mode so we can get in a really weird state. And if we don't do anything with the control stick, we can clip through through platforms and ceilings. What you're going to see a lot. Just overall, camera buffering and super jumps are a common thing in this game. And maybe what you're going to see here, we did a little sequence break by killing a Hoodlum here first. So there's only one Hoodlum here, and we already got that cage. So we need to go back here. We grabbed there an invincible cage.
Invisible.
So, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of bad voice acting and screaming. Because Glowbox likes to scream a lot. So that is gonna be interesting. And Andre is really thirsty, so he tries to get Glowbox to drink something, but the only things that are there is plum juice. And the funny thing about that is that Glowbox is allergic to plum juice. And when he drinks it, he gets superpowers, like he can swim up a waterfall, he can do all that different types of stuff. He can make bubbles where we can jump on, etc, etc. And it is different per level how many cages there are. So I only grabbed 2 in this part of Clearly Forest. Now I'm going to get more. I think it was around 4 or 3. Normally in any percent you could do a super jump on the boxes there, but now we're just doing old strats, basically. By going up here and doing an extended super jump.
Yeah, I think this level has 3 cages.
It has one there, the one you get the blue can, yeah, that's free. I'm gonna do this backwards. Like, you can't do super jumps on every platform, it depends. Please, Rayman. It depends on the platform, and it also depends on the angle and the way you jump off of it. That's TNT Cage 1. Now we go up here and do the same. And now we go all the way out of bounds, and we can see all the small textures. So it's just a background, and it's not fully implemented. Or just fully collision. So we can just fly through everything. Normally you need to wait here for the can to spawn, but if you go down here, you can get your movement back faster. So normally when they spawn the cage, you need to see it and watch it, but now we don't even see what color cage it is. And most of the strats I'm using are sometimes a bit outdated and sometimes are just like from 2014. Because to grab those tinsies, there are no other strats, so we are using really old strats. Well, compared to any percent, we get new strats around every week. Or every week, someone finds something. Now we got all the cages and we need the fist power up. And all the power ups works with cans. So the red power up gives you more strength. The blue power up gives you chains. The yellow power up gives you the ability to chopper to up and not down. So like a helicopter. And you also have an orange one, which you're going to see right here. But we don't even grab it. But it's intended for the game to use it, because there's a little mini game here. But we are just gonna do a glide walk.
There's also the green power up. You get tornadoes for
Oh yeah, of course.
for punches.
Of course. But for some tricks, the setup is really weird. So for some tricks you need to hold the first person mode only once. And for some tricks you only have to hold the mode nut or grab the ledge. That was, by the way, a mid-air super jump. And yeah, that's possible too. So you can also do that mid-air with camera buffering. And you can also get even more height by by not touching the control stick and doing it and buffering in the middle of your jump. It gives you even more height, and it's only gonna be used once in all Tinsies.
Yeah, right here there's like 3 cages.
Yeah.
Pretty close to each other.
There is a way to skip this, but it's a really inconsistent strat. So we are just using the intended strat on doing this. So you're killing this Hoodlum. I think he's still alive. There's one here, there's one up to the ladder, and one where the Hoodlum was. And fun thing, you can do this at home. If you hold Y while grabbing a cage like that, you can get an invincible Rayman. But yeah, the next level is actually a boss fight, which you're not gonna see because we're fully skipping it. We're only grabbing one cage there, but that's just before the skip. And yeah, that's basically the end of this part. And I see we have a donation again, so go ahead.
We got in 20 euros from Mr. Broad, who says, will this finally be the time that Murphy gets in? Good luck, Shadow, with rescuing all the teensies.
This is the cage we're getting, and Masakak is probably one of the levels that has the most skips, because you can skip this in 4 ways: by rolling, camera buffer, super jumping, mid-air super jumping, and using something called a strafeless jump. And that's something we're not gonna see in this run. And strafeless jumps are really inconsistent super jumps, and they can save a lot of time at some places, and we only use one in the new route for any percent, but most of the runners don't really use it. So with the rocket level, what I explained, we did there a glide walk through the wall, but you can also do there a strafeless jump, but it's really inconsistent.
Yeah, strafeless is inconsistent because you can't make the angle as correctly or precise as with strafing.
Yeah. The thing is, we hold R, or focus mode, whenever we super jump. And for strafeless jumps, we don't, strafe or focus. But this is another Tinsy Highway, and right before I went into the doctor's office, and we skipped the full dialogue and cutscene. So you don't see anything, and probably don't hear because I can't understand it. Unless you're Italian, maybe. There's actually, about the Tinsy Highways, there's not that much to explain. But for the next level, what is the Bog of Merc? There's the first boss, called Begoniacs, and shout out to Nidok for finding this. If we are done with the Tinsy Highway, we can hold the camera mode, or the snapshot mode. It's basically the same. And if we do that, we get in a mode called PCM, and PCM stands for Playable Camera Mode. So we can just basically walk through the camera mode, and we get infinite power-up, because the power-up doesn't get isn't on the screen, so it doesn't check your power-up meter. So we can just fly through everything. Some people maybe know, in all Tinsies, this red is really hard, because there's the screen, it says yes or no, and if you press yes, you're out of the camera, the PCM mode, and if you press B at a wrong menu, you get out of PCM as well. And at the end of the skip, we try to go out of bounds, and if we then press yes, we actually just soft lock if we don't hit the trigger. So I'm probably focusing for the next minutes because I really want to do this ride. There are a few levels where I'm just gonna pay attention to what I'm doing, because if I hard lock, I'm having a problem. And last BSG I ran this, I forgot to hold camera mode, so I went for a frame perfect trick. And this is how it looks when you do it normal.
Well, now at least you have 2 chances because you have 2 cages to get.
Yeah, but then I need to go back for the
power.
Yeah, that takes way too long.
Yeah.
I can better than just menu breakout. What is also a thing in this game, and was a donation incentive from last BSG. What was kinda a troll.
Yeah, in any percent you only get 2 cages, and this is one of the cages that you do get because of this trick. PCM.
Okay, now that we have the power up, now I need to pay attention on what I'm doing. Because I can't press C, and if I press no, if I then press A again, I can just chopper. Okay, that's the cage. And now I need to go up here and fall. Because normally if you go back, you lose all your control over your character. And you can only go backwards. And if we go through this trigger, we go to the end. So this is the end. And I'm pretty happy about this because I got this first try without any resets. And I'm actually on a big PB pace right now. So let's keep this going. Yeah. But actually in my PB I got the control glitch, so I only could go backwards. I actually managed to end the level with that glitch, but it's actually kinda hard. I almost forgot this. In any percent, you do a you skip this by doing a camera buffer super jump, but there is a cage here what I need to get. So this level is basically glitchless. This is the blue can, like you saw, or not. Like in this water there are piranhas, and the thing with that is if you get hit 3 times by piranhas or lava, you die instantly. This is the last cage of this level. There's actually a glitch where you can hit this cage from above. But it's really inconsistent or just really hard. I actually tried it for like an hour a few weeks ago, and I just never managed to get it. And what I'm actually gonna do real quick, because I'm getting kind of nervous about my Tinsy counter already. I'm just gonna check real quick if I got all the if I got them all. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I got all 10 in Clearly Forest. In my first run, there is a Tinsy cage here, and in my first run, I forgot this cage. So I needed to do this level again. And this is what I was talking about really hard mid-air super jumps. Because you can get even more height by holding your control stick neutral. And I actually managed to do this first try, so I'm actually pretty happy. This trick is actually, it made it also really hard because you're doing it from water, where you get hit by piranhas.
There's another cage to the left, right? Or?
No.
No?
No, there's not.
Okay.
There are only 2. Right? No, there are only 2. If I spam A here, you can get drop down faster. And this is the thing. Normally we go left here, but I can get an instant death here by getting hit by a piranha and by a bullet at the same frame. What I didn't get, so nice. I need this cage. There we go. If I'm If I'm being correct, I only need 3 more. Yes. Because there's one on top of here. What is actually a pretty secret cage up there. There's one in the mansion and one at Miley Cyrus. I'm gonna explain that later. It sounds really weird, but you're going to see why. I was actually trying to speed this up. But we are going to the mansion of Razov the Hunter. And there's one cage there. Normally we clip through the stairs. But now we need to get a cage first. So we're going to do this from a really different direction. And that was, without explaining, that was Razov skip. Or Razov door skip. So we just glide walk through the door. This game is, with tricks, it's really fast paced. So I'm trying to keep up with explaining tricks.
Yeah, a lot of the bosses get skipped as well.
We already skipped Master Kag and here's Razov. We're only going to see this once or twice. There's a small chance that Razov spawns here. So here he is. Now we need to hit him a few times. And then he runs away. And there's the cage there, and I'm trying to lock on it.
Yeah, it's very annoying to hit this cage. Even casually.
There we go. Now we get a fixed camera mode, and in fixed camera modes you can only glide walk in fixed camera modes. So here's the glide walk. I am known for hard locking here a lot, so should I do this safe? Because I can do this from 2 directions. Oh, I actually did it safe, but I clipped in bounds again.
Yeah, just do the any percent
And
strat.
this is the any percent strat. So here we go. There we go. That's Razov's mansion. And now, like I said, here's Miley Cyrus. You're in for a treat. Just saying. Okay, the thing with this is, this boss is basically RNG. We can't manip it, but we can manip where Razov is going. Because if I hit him a few times, a cage will spawn. And if I get a good location, like this one, I can hit Razov every swing. And Razov is just trying to destroy this cage. Oh shit. No. If you fall down, you have a problem because Razov has free play on destroying the cage or the
can.
The can.
But don't forget the cage here.
About cages. Here is one. Thank you. That's a good spawn. It's actually one of the best. No. Now there goes my good can spawn. Okay. That's one of the worst. Well, let's just... Okay, one more hit. He's probably... If he goes fast, he's probably going to destroy the cage. But... The can. But that was...
No, the last hit is usually fine.
Yeah. This is the Land of the Living Dead. This is one of my favorite levels. And one of the reasons why is because the cages are different and it's really peaceful. And that's just a setup. We jump and we shoot. And then we have the third cage already. This is also one of the levels with the most cages. Because I'm going to get 5 in one of the levels. In one of the sections. And, oh, that's this one, actually. So I'm going up here, and I was explaining a frame-perfect trick about PCMing. this is the frame perfect trick. So you can just play around with this by pressing camera mode and hitting a Tinsy cage at the same frame. Then we get PCM. But that's actually a really bad PCM because you don't have a really normal angle with the camera and you can't change it. Here's a plum and there's something called frozen locking. What is a chance of happening? If Glowbox and Rayman go on the plum at the same time, Rayman gets pushed out of bounds. So let's try to be first. And I was, so nice. Normally in any percent we just skip this whole part with grabbing all the Tinsy cages. This is called plum jump. It's a really tricky jump when I actually got first try again. And we now need to wait for the enemies to spawn. Because otherwise the cage don't spawn. Because we kill those 3 hoodlums, then a flyer spawns. And we need to kill this flyer to get the cage to spawn. And that's the last one, I think. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
I think so too.
Yeah. In the next level is going to be really interesting. Because we are doing something called FPD. What is known as a...
First person dive.
I forgot, thank you. I'm trying to do this trick real quick. There we go. And with a first person dive, you do the same thing as a normal extended super jump, but you do it in the opposite way. So normally we get hive, and now we just go out of bounds in water. I hope I got them all. But I think I have. And that's what I meant with the screaming. It's really bad. There's a trick here. What was known to be happening in Glitchless, but it got banned from Glitchless. It's known as a damage boost, just normally, but you jump on the same frame you get hit by the bullets, and the Tinsy there that doesn't have a hitbox, or you can't focus on him. This is the FPD, by the way. You can't focus on him, but you can hit him. So normally we go all the way to the end of the level to skip this part, but we need to get that Tinsy over there.
You can only hit that Tinsy when you beat this enemy.
Yeah, exactly. And this enemy is really annoying, because normally you need to hit him sideways, but with a tricky jump you can kill him. No. You can jump on Glowbox drinking, but it's really tricky. So now we need to wait for the bubbles to spawn. And there's the last cage. So now let's wait for him to spawn the power up. There we go.
And we're gonna see the Hoodlum cutscene.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Tech, can maybe good audio go a bit up? Because I need to have an audio cue in the next level. Thank you. Because I'm going to do something called gate skip. Heck. I'm gonna do this. Why not? Shatter Respire, pick roll. But I'm gonna do gate skip here just to show. And we can manipulate a hoodlum to not close the gate. And we're going to do this twice, actually. Nah, I didn't get it this time. But we're going to menu breakout out of this level. because we need to respawn. And with menu breakout, you can duplicate your score, your tinsies, and your health. What is for duplicating score, it's not banned in all tinsies, but duplicating tinsy cages is banned. Gonna do a little trick right here. There we go. Normally you have to go all the way on all the platforms, but this time we don't. Because I just got on the platform before it got up. Normally you go to the tinsy world here, because you need to save a few more tinsies in the tinsy world. But those don't count as tinsies for this category, because you don't get them from a cage. So we are not saving all the tinsies. There's also a really good frame rate in this part of the game. So we're all the way up here. Here is the cage. And this is one of the tinsies who is going to bring us to his world. And the other one is all the way down. Camera, please. And you need to look at this tinsy, otherwise he won't spawn the power-up. Get stuck up there. Does this work? Yes. If you max out your tornado punch, you can hit more things at the same time. So now we are just bringing this plum to the other part of this place, so we can grab the other tinsy. There's a trick that only works on the PC version of this game, that you can just throw the plum all the way to the other side, so you don't have to go on the platforms. This is the last tinsy, and now we get a little cutscene of the tinsies opening their world. But we're not even going to the worlds. We're just leaving those poor tinsies there. But we're going to do something funny, what is called menu breakout. And menu breakout is a glitch by pressing B and R right after each other. You can reload levels. So one more time, gate skip skip. No, not again. Didn't.
No,
But-
get skip this time.
Let's do it normally then. Oh, that's not camera buffered. What am I doing? There we go. We do a extended super jump into a glide walk by yeah, over there, and now we get over the cage or the gate. My commentary is really on point today. But I'm actually really unsure if I have them all. And I have them all, so nice. This is a trick I haven't done in my any percent run last time. This is called a quick drop. It's a really hard trick, but is a lot faster and it's really inconsistent, and I got it. It also works on timing, because you need to do it before Glowbox drinks the plum juice over there. Because you get a little cutscene there, what is around 10 to 15 seconds of him flying away to the other part of this level. And this is, by the way, the boss area from Solarge. And it's a octopus or squid or something in that trend. I don't know what it is. It's a sort of robot, and it's really ugly.
It's a boss fight that gets skipped.
Yeah, every boss gets skipped except for Reflux. And we're even gonna see Reflux twice. And I'm not gonna say when. Little optimization here. By holding strafe and rolling off that ledge, we can get access to swim faster, what saves around half a second. But every second matters, so why not? There we go. That's a that's just a little jump in the corner there to get on the other side. And normally when we need to grab the rocket ability here, but when you get the rocket ability, all the hoodlums go all to all the parts of the of this area. But that because we not grabbed the rocket, they are just standing there and doing nothing. And maybe something funny. I'm really close to world record pace right now. I like to check times. And I haven't even explained this yet, but in the Tinsy highways we hold A because if we hold A we do a little trick, and that trick is actually faster because you jump a few frames further, and if we find a route with the most jumps we can save up to a few seconds. Normally this wasn't done, but someone found it on accident. Not really sure who. Ripshark. Ah. Well, shout out to Ripshark then. He is the world record holder in emulator.
And any percent PC.
And any percent PC, what is the only runner, yeah. But there's actually been a thing with the leaderboards of Rayman 3. Because normally emulator and GameCube were in the same leaderboard, but there's actually the loading screens for emulator are faster. So they got separate leaderboards. And I even forgot to mention that the founder of camera buffers, what his name is Niels. He is the one who did the first camera buffer. So shout out to Niels, who actually ran Rayman 2 right here a long time ago. And the camera buffers has actually been found for, I think, 2 years already. And it changed the route so much because in 2014 the world record for this category was around 2 hours, and now it's almost to 1 hour, because the world record is 1 hour 9 minutes and 4 seconds for any percent. And the world record for all Tinsies is 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 46 seconds by Alexis, who's also the world record holder in any percent, 100%, all Tinsies, no Tinsies, everything, except for glitched. But that's my thing. Not glitchless. Nah. He only knows the game with tricks. So, .k. This is, normally, this is one of the hardest parts and the most boring ones. But in all Tinsies, this is actually really, really fun. Because normally you do a super jump here to skip the full level, and it's actually pretty long. But now we go down here. And we need a few cages here. And this is also one of the reset heavy parts. And we are already 43 minutes in, but it's still a really reset heavy part. Because we need to get a frame perfect trick. What I did with the Tinsy cages, we need to do that, and it's on purpose. Because we need to get the infinite power up glitch, or PCM, playable camera mode. Infinite power up glitch is something you're going to see at the end of this run. It's basically the same as a PCM, but without the snapshot mode. So I'm gonna focus here for a sec, because I have my own setup on doing this, but it's still really hard. Now that we are up here, now I need to get the rockets. This is also known with rocket PCM. There we go. And wow, this... I'm gonna...
Bad camera?
It's a really bad camera. This is going to be interesting. I can't see anything. I need to go down there. I'm gonna focus for this. This is not what I want to happen. I think I'm doing this wrong. Okay. Hello, please? Where am I? Help? There it is. Yo, I did it. I got the cage. And now I need to go here. Oh boy. I can't press start now. Normally you can skip this little thingy. This is also known as the Hall of Shame, because in any percent we skip this little hall. But if you mistime the trick, you need to go through this hall, what loses around 40 seconds. Fun fact, you can just go through the door. Ooh, .K1. That's the end. One of the hardest parts for Altinsies. Luckily, I just did it. But overall, .K is really annoying in Altinsies because we need to grab a lot of cages. And I can actually soft lock here in Altinsies. That's not good. Yeah. Need to go up here first. There's a cage here. If we free the camera here by using the control stick, we can do a glide walk here, but it's really hard. So I just tried it, but it didn't really work out, so I'm just doing this again. Grabbing that cage. There we go. I really love this animation with song. It's really happy. There we go. I hope I didn't miss anything. No, I think it didn't. Okay, this is one of the hardest parts. Because now we need to grab around 5 cages. Or 7. No, it was 5. And the thing with all these cages are, they are really close to each other, but it's really easy to forget some. There is a trick here that we can use, but it doesn't really save time or anything. But it's for starting runners, I would prefer this. It's known as a Knarren PCM. And by hitting that Knarren over there 3 times, and press the start button, we can skip through a cutscene. And if that cutscene is over and you're in the camera mode, you can just walk with it. Just the same as a PCM normally, but every PCM has a different name. Where is the cage? It's over here. There's the Knarren. I need to get around 5, so let's hope I don't forget any. There's 1 here.
Yeah, there's like 2 here and 3 on the tower. You should be fine.
Yeah. There's also a really stupid trick by the tower, and I did it in the wrong order. I need to grab the top one first. This is gonna lose some time. Because you can hear it already. The Tinsies have a little quote that says like "Help me," but it's in Italian, so you get the audio cue, but it's different and more annoying because the voice acting in this game is disgusting. Okay, this was the trick I was talking about. This is a really annoying CBESJ because you can fall down. I'm only gonna try this once or twice. Yeah, it's gonna take too much time if I try too much. So I'm just gonna do this, if I get it at least. There we go. Now we just need to go up the tower. Heck. Now we can see what happens. I'm not gonna die, right? No. There's a Tinsy cage there. And one on the top and one to the side as well. Okay. So I'm grabbing this one first, and then I'm pressing the first person mode, so I can set up my angle for the next one already. There we go. Oh, oh, that's nuts. There we go.
Just go the long way. Yeah.
I don't mind.
One more cage here.
Oh. There we go. My goal is, by the way, to get a sub 1 hour, sub 1 hour reflux. Then I know I'm on a good pace. What is really possible, because the level coming up is really short, and then it's the boss fight playing. But there is about reflux. Reflux has 2 long cycles, and by hitting him a lot, just a lot, and you can skip the trigger from getting the long cycle, and just skipping to a attack called Meteor Rain. And there are 2 cages here. Oh, what am I doing? Any percent strats? I need to do this. Like, it's not a problem if I use any percent strats, but it's gonna mess up my routing. So the first Tinsy cage is on the left from me, and the other one is at the end, and then we are going to do another super jump there. But we all hate reflux, especially when you die to him. Like our good buddy Pixel, who likes to die. Where is the cage? That's a good question. Where is the cage? Wasn't there only one? Wait. Wait, yeah, I'm really stupid. Sorry. Sorry, guys. There's only one in this level.
Right, yeah. I wasn't sure.
Streamer, no, you're out. There it is. Should I go for bad frame rate?
It doesn't matter.
Does it lose time? No, right?
No.
Okay, let's go for low frame rate. Nah. You can get this cutscene to play in a lower frame rate, what looks really funny. But now you're just seeing Knarren trying to catch Rayman. And now it's just Reflux telling him to Reflux telling him that he wants to eat him, and he needs to prove himself in the arena. And he doesn't know that the arena fighter is Reflux. So that is gonna be really interesting. And just the reaction of Glowbox being trapped, because we all skipped that, but Glowbox got trapped. Or Glowbox got trapped. And this is, by the way, my favorite character, the Small King. He has a really big mouth, and he's just a really small guy. But you don't, it's so bad that you can't hear what he is saying because he has a few really good quotes.
Yeah, this is a very long cutscene, or two very long cutscenes, and like the middle of your run.
But I don't mind about this cutscene because I just really like it. Let the combat begin! That's what he normally says in the English version. But that's every time in my stream. When I'm at this part, I'm just yelling that. But I'm gonna focus for this because I'm gonna try to skip the long cycles. This is probably gonna... This is a lot of damage. So we skip the long cycle here, which saves around 30 seconds. So there's actually a setup on skipping that long cycle. You don't really see it, but if you hit the first one mid-air and then start spamming from the ground, you get a lot of damage instead of just the lower damage you normally get. And people think that there's a red can there. People think that with the red K you get more damage, but that's actually not true. You can get the most damage with normal punches, because you can spam more punches at one phase, what deals more damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there.
Yeah. For the perfect reflux, if you after skipping the long cycle already get the meteor rain, or to get the meteor rain, then you're on the good point. Then you have the perfect reflux. And if you do that twice, then you just have the insanely perfect reflux. But nobody usually gets. But this was reflux, and I'm on a really good pace right now. Because like I said, I wanted a sub 1 hour reflux, and I got that by almost 3 minutes, or a bit more than 3 minutes. And I hope maybe some people remember from what I said at my last Rayman run. But this is a trick Alexis can't do, and Alexis is the world record holder. So I'm gonna roast him twice with the same roast. First try. This is just a little tutorial because we got a power up. Now we can taunt black lumps, and if we taunt black lumps, they turn into red lumps. And red lumps are also health in this game. Okay, I'm at 10 right now. Yes. There are 2 Tinsy cages in this level, so I'm good on routing right now. We are doing something here called wizard skip, because this wizard is defending this guard, and there's a little window after you hit the wizards that you can hit the hoodlum, so we can do damage faster. These are flyers again, but these guys are just really buffed, and it's actually a sort of mini boss.
Yeah, if you don't kill the enemies at the beginning of the level, these do not spawn in, so you have to kill them.
And there's a cage up there, and the collision for that cage only spawns if you kill the flyers. Because Glowbox is now gonna grab the plum juice, and with the plum juice we're going to get the cage. I'm gonna also go for a little YOLO strat after this. Because we do a glide walk to go over some boxes, but in the glide walk we can actually get the cage by trick shotting our punch with the wall, and that was muscle memory. I actually tried to do a super jump there, but I have the power up already, so I can break the door. So glide walk. There we go. Right with the wall. This is actually a really slow glide walk. And because we didn't kill all the bombers, we can just go through the spinner. 1 hour end of .k. Seems good. Okay, now we have this little mini game here. There's actually a setup for this, but I failed. So don't mind me. I did it in the wrong order, but I still got it really fast. There we go. Small optimization there. Normally you have to hit 9 of those buttons, but I did it in the wrong order. So that doesn't matter. I hit it 1 before I got on there. I'm just gonna do something in tribute of Whizboy, because he is in my chat. He is known for retalking this voice.
This level doesn't have cages, right?
Yeah,
Or-
the name is definitely. So Reflux and Andre have stolen the scepter, and Reflux and Andre are going to destroy their world. So shout out to Whizboy73. Here you go, buddy. This is actually the longest level in the game. But in any percent, in all Tinsies, it's the shortest, because you finish this level in 2 minutes. With cutscene. So, the first 2 levels are basically the same, so we are going to do the same trick. Because just the door and the setup are all the same, so we can just do the same thing. But the end is just different. I was actually the first runner who managed to hardlock in this part. Because I wasn't paying attention and I flew out of bounds in the trigger. And I actually forgot to explain. If you go out of bounds and hit the result trigger at the same time you're out of bounds, you basically hardlock every time. This is a really annoying glide walk. Because sometimes you just can't get your height. We just clip through the side and we're at the end. And normally that door there goes up to this wall, but now it doesn't, and this wall doesn't actually have collision, so we are going to jump straight through it. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Reflux and Andre are already here. You need to go away. Take this boat and go away to the snow. Bye. So, the Italian Tinsies are now explaining that we need to take this boat to the summit. And the summit is one of the last levels. And the Tinsy doctors are a German guy, or a German scientist, a hippie, and a guru. So, they're actually not doctors. What is actually a fun part. So, this is the boat, or also known as RNG boat in the speedrunning community. Because we are trying to get no boats at the back.
No fishes on the back of the boat.
And I actually got the first one in the back.
But you can't really help it.
Yeah. The first 7 boats need to be on the side or the front. Because after that they all just start randomly to spawn. And now they only start to spawn after each other. So if we get the first 7 boats, then we can just stay up here. Because if there are 2 boats at the back, there cannot be spawning boats anymore. My commentary is really on point. But it doesn't matter. I hope you guys still enjoying this run. I'm trying to do my best, but it's really hard. with this boat, it's just spamming all the cannons from the left, the right, and the front. And this is actually just the most input heavy part of the run, except for the final boss. And this is the summit is my second favorite level, with the boat in the side, because I don't like the boat. I just really hate it. But the level coming up, it has really amazing music, and just the level overall is really good. And I can just also start to explain the features in the summit, because we can do all the glitches we already did, like super jumps, but the thing with it, if we grab one ledge in the summit 2, all the tricks stop working, and it's gonna take a long time to finish then. So my goal is to not grab any ledges. And yeah, I only need to grab 3 tinsies, so it's gonna be a really quick one. And after that comes the snowboard level, and the snowboard level has one of the best tracks in the game. And I'm gonna explain everything about the snowboard level when we are there. So for now we are done with the boat, and we are going to land. There's also a trick here, but only works in the PC version, and that is when you go into first person mode and you if you spin your camera around, and you can you can sort of do a little backflip with your first person mode, and if you stay if you just stay halfway through that little backflip, you can get the cutscene upside down. But it's actually really weird. Okay. The summits. It's just... Listen to this music. It's so peacefully. It's like Christmas. Exactly. There's also the thing here with the snowballs. The snowballs can destroy this whole strat, what I'm going to do right now. Because they're coming from above, and I'm going to do a mid-air super jump here. And if a snowball hits me when I'm trying to get this super jump, there's a little chance that I grab the ledge because of the damage. But I actually got it first try, what is kind of interesting. Another invincible cage here. Go. Wait, I can already... Heck. I can already go to here. There's a glide walk up here to get on top. What is only used in alt instances. Okay. Here we go. You managed to soft lock in this part, right? Once.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you did. Because it's possible to soft lock with camera buffers, but that's just because of camera angles, I think. If the camera angle is wrong or you do too much, Rayman just gets stuck in the first person mode and you can't do anything. This is also the hardest glide walk in this game. Nice. We skip a full mini boss here. There's one cage left, and we don't even see the area in any percent, so it's also a bit new.
Yeah, it's a bit out of the way.
Let's just do this normally. I don't mind. So we are going to the right here. Normally we do a camera buffered super jump here, or a glide walk. What is the new strat? But now we need to kill this guy and do another sequence break. This game is full of sequence breaks because we can catch invincible tinsies. Heck. You can skip this cutscene by jumping over the trigger, but I didn't get it. So let's do another super jump here. I clipped through the platform, what is kinda odd. There we go, there's the cage. Normally if you do the sequence break, you get an invincible cage. There's also one really tricky part. I normally skip the next cage because it's in a really odd spot. Wait, I did something stupid. Is the voodoo still there? Yes, it is. Okay. Damage boost. That's another damage boost there, so... Normally I needed to grab the blue can, but I just ran away from it. I'm off of world record pace. Feels bad, man. There's the last cage. Come on. Focus on it. Do it. There we go. Now we need to kill this. Go away. Okay. The snowboard part. There are two things in this snowboard level, and there's a really precise route, actually. I actually never knew this. And I only saw this like 2 weeks ago when I was watching the world record VOD. There's actually a specific route. And there is also a thing with losing to Glowbox. Because you're racing Glowbox right now. He's just in an ice cube, but if he gets first, a part of the snowboard level doesn't break. And you need to do this whole part all over again. And there's also a thing here called the pixel. It's really, really rare. But if you, there's a way, if you're in the lead, it's a way for Glowbox to win. So if you just go into the trigger at the same time. But there are only 2 to 3 people that got it. Yeah, and one of them is Pixel. Our favorite guy in the community, who made the best fan game ever. Ramon the game. Yeah, get Ramon.com. Sell out. No, it's officially the best game ever. It's even better than RRR or Rayman Raving Rabbits. What everybody hates. There is a little meme in the Rayman community of us all hating on Rayman Raving Rabbits, except for one guy called Goten, who is a Tasser in the Rayman community. Fight me. Fight me, Goten. RRR is not better. And it will never be. Oh, too early. I tried to skip this cutscene. We are in the second to last level right now. What is Hoodlum headquarters? There are some cages here in a really odd location, and I need to pay attention to audio in a few seconds. So if I get a little quiet for the next minute. There's one cage there. It's really hard to reach it. You barely hit it. There's also, it's not really a new strat, but it's a strat used for all Tinsies. But I'm also using it now for any percent because this super jump is actually faster than the glide walk we normally use. There we go. And now I need to go to here. I'm following the gems on the ground. or on the bottom. And now I need to pay attention to audio. If the announcer starts talking, then I need to stop all my movements. Because otherwise I hard lock or soft lock or just don't reach this platform. No, the cutscene is different because normally the two hoodlums you saw shoot each other's head off, but they just do nothing. Wait, there is a cage right here? No, wait, what? What am I doing? I am doing something really stupid. Wasn't there a cage somewhere around here? No, no, there isn't actually.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. No. Sorry for doing stupid. I did something really stupid. Because to get up here is really annoying with all those friendly guys who like to shoot at me. No. With my fist. How?
Rip Ren, unfortunately.
Slow games done quick. Okay. This is also a really inconsistent ESJ. No, I'm stupid. I know where the cage is. It's... Look, there's the Eiffel Tower. But it's not there. I was really doing something stupid. Oh. I could have done a glide walk there, but it didn't work out because I grabbed the latch. Okay. Hoodlum Headquarters 2. This is really different from any percent because we need 2 cages here, and one of the cages is in the area next to this one. And there's only one way to get in and one way to get out. And they're both really, really hard. There we go, that's one. Where's the cage? The cage is there. There we go. Skipping the cutscene here. And now we need... Whoa. Now we need to get a really precise angle. There, no. I almost wanted to say there we go, that we got it, but no. There we go. You guys should all get ready for Nubu. What is after this? There are a lot of Wiis. We can get some Wiis in this game maybe. We are going up. There we go. And in this level, it is really interesting. It got through a few changes, and there was actually a trick found here by Pink next to me, but it was really inconsistent back then. And then suddenly, I came around and I found the really consistent setup, which I'm not gonna use in all instances. And this is not the trick I was talking about. There we go. That's one. I need to grab this latch here. Otherwise, everything doesn't work.
Are you doing this strafeless?
No, I'm not gonna do strafeless.
Okay.
Oh. I actually tried it. When you said strafeless, I was actually trying it. There's a cage there. Hit it. Okay. And now we are just gonna do something really odd. Because we are going to use this panel to do a super jump. And I'm hitting that switch just for backup. If I'm failing something. What's backwards? Right. Come on. Game, be nice. There we go. I should have all the cages now. Right? Yes, I have them all. Now we are going back. Because I'm gonna try something. Not that. That was not enough height. There we go. I'm gonna make this. Now we are just going to clip through this wall.
And go for the end of the level.
Yeah, just go through the boss fight here. Because there's a tank right there. It's a really annoying boss.
Yeah, it's like a mini boss.
And we're, by the way, not gonna get world record anymore. Feels bad, man. Because just the final boss is around 8 minutes. And we still have one more level coming up. So, rip. Exactly. Feels Rayman. I almost fell down there. If you fall down there, you lose around 10 to 20 seconds.
And now skipping this boss.
This is the RNG machine. Or the horrible RNG machine. It has around 6 cycles. And yeah, it's way too long. So let's just skip it. If I'm allowed to. There we go. And there's something not really new, but what I'm going to do right here is called HHQ5 Escape. And it's a sequence of 3 really hard super jumps. Are all based on timing. Because we need to do it before the lava reaches us. Heck. That was the fastest, but I failed it. So now we need to do this. There's also a really tricky one if you fail that one, so I'm gonna try it, but it's gonna be a bit rough. No, I'm not gonna do this. This is for trying HHQ5 Escape. It loses time for every trick you fail, so I'm gonna lose around 15 seconds if I don't get the last one. And the last one is the easiest. And after that we have the last level. Okay, there we go. There you go. It's really easy to soft lock in with this trick as well. But I got it, so yay. And now we are going to the Tower of Leptus, and this is for Alt Incy's overall the hardest level. For any percent, it really isn't. Maybe only COD skip, but I'm gonna explain that later, and yeah. Just the first part is just all based on knowledge. Because you need to know where the cages are. When you don't even have something to look at, because everything is going to turn into black screen.
Everything is out of bounds.
I was actually, before doing this run, the only thing I practiced was this part. Okay, I need to get rid of that piggy bank. It can screw up my angle. Get it? No! No, come on. Game. Heck. I can't reach it from that super jump. Game, be nice. Normally I can do a super jump on the rocks, but I don't really like that jump, so I'm doing it over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. I still got the tinsy, but not how I wanted it to go. Okay, the next trick coming up here is the hardest trick for all tinsies. In my opinion, maybe. Some people maybe think it's easy. But we need to do the same super jump 3 times in a row. And it's just really annoying. It has a really precise setup as well. And you don't see where to buffer. So... here, I'm gonna lose all my time to this trick. Just saying. No. It took me around 10 minutes for me to practice this. So... let's get over schedule, Capo. Over estimates. My commentary is really on point.
Well, this trick is hard, so just focus on the trick.
Damn. I'm gonna change my angle a bit. This should be good. There we go. That's 1. And I need to do this one more time. Or maybe 2 times if I screw this thread up. Because we're going to try to get 2 cages at the same time. And one of them is here. And the other one is on the other side. But now I need to wait to not clip inbounds. That's a second. Let's go. But I'm still not done. I'm still not done. I need to do this one more time. So... at least I got them.
Yeah, at least you don't have to do it twice. Again. I still don't get how Alexis does this first try. Such a legend. Yeah, Alexis is really good at this game, so...
he's one of the... maybe one of the oldest runners right now? Yes. That's 2. And now the question, where do I need to go again? Is this the wrong direction? Yes, it is. I need to do this again. Okay, I need to see. I need to go up here. This is the. There we go. Yeah. This is not really interesting for the last section, so you can go ahead with the donation. Or donations.
We got in a 35 euro donation from Captain Hobbs, who says best of luck to all the runners. Also, Rayman Kart hype!
Okay, this is going to be really interesting. If I don't get this trick, it's gonna lose me sometime. And it's known as IPG, and it works with a little audio cue, and a pretty annoying setup. So let's try to get this right now. There we go. I can see that I get it when the camera goes red for like a split second. There we go. And the borders are now in the bottom and the top. And I can't use my C stick. That's just all the things that happens when you use this trick. But we need to get this. We need to get this rocket for the cage there, but I forgot to press.
To stand on the button.
Yeah, exactly. So nice that you're sitting next to me there. Okay, now don't screw this up. I'm gonna go for the roll. This is a really inconsistent trick. Inconsistent trick. Because I'm trying to get high to do the roll. As you can see, it's just not really going in my favor. There we go. Normally we clip out of bounds here, but in all Tinsies there are a few cages that we need to get. There's this the first one, and now we get 4 more. Let's hope I don't forget any. Because if I hit 4 more, then I have all the cages. Because you get the lost health up when you have the get the lost health up when you have all the Tinsies. It's now just waiting. And I have the feeling, I'm not really sure, that I may be going a little bit overestimated, but it's not really sure. Because there's one more level after this one, and then it's the final boss, what takes around 8 to 9 minutes. So let's hope I get caught skip really fast. And also a thing with this part, if I grab one blue cage, I'm screwed. Because I'm just not allowed to grab them.
Yeah, you want to keep the helicopter power up.
It speeds up everything. Oh. Trying to show Rayman. Come on. Really slick dance moves. Yeah, I have them all. There are 2 in this part. So let's go up here. Sorry, Hoodlum, I'm grabbing your balloon. Balloons are the fastest way to go up. Okay. So we're trying to hit as many balloons as possible. For some reason, the last Tinsy cage is right over here at the end of the level. So now we have all 60 Tinsy cages. And there are only 2 levels now. We have what we call Call of Duty, and we have Reflux. So now it's just driving around in this little plane thing. I don't know how to call this. It's sort of a plane. But we are going to fly around with this and do a little shooting section, and after that it's card skip. What is one of the best tricks in the game. And because we just skip a full shooting section, what is around 3 minutes, and we skip the shredder, what I still have nightmares from my first BSG run. Because some people remember my first BSG run was a Rayman free glitchless when the old rules were in, and the shredder is just a part with a lot of blades, and you can get stuck in the blade and get an instant death. But it's just not really good. Okay. And it lost around 3 to 4 minutes, and it lost me the race as well. And I was in the lead for almost 1.5 hours. But card skip is just clipping through water with the plane. And I'm gonna use a really odd setup. First try! Not even setting up. First try in a marathon.
First try card skip.
This is PB pace now. Just on first try card skip. Oh boy. But now we have just the final boss is coming up right now. And the thing with the final boss is that you can manipulate his attacks by bumping into him. And just, yeah, it skips full cycles. And the perfect reflux for us is a 1 cycle on the first phase, a 2 cycle on the second phase, and a 3 cycle on the last phase. And there are 4 phases. And the third phase is just choppering. Choppering to the top because he's going to destroy the world. So this is Reflux. He looks a lot different from Legend of the Knaran. I'm gonna try to focus for a bit because this is pretty hard. So we're just gonna bump into him. And let's hope he doesn't push us back. No, he did. Heck. We just stop him from making a shield. But 2 cycle is still good. Okay, that's the first one. And phase 2 is the hardest phase of them all. Because he's going to grow. And he put it the core of this of his wait, what am I saying? Of his scepter. He put it that in his body, what made him grow. And now we are going to try to punch the core. And he just he pushes us away when our power up reaches 0. And we are going to use the red's power up for this. And it's not just basically mashing mashing as fast as possible, but you need to mash in a sort of rhythm. And it's just how you need to get the rhythm to work before you can start mashing in that rhythm. There we go. That's really bad damage.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a 2-cycle.
If I get a really good second try.
It might still be.
Yeah. You never know. Maybe I die. With all this health. Like, if you get the third cycle, Reflux is just going ham on his attacks.
Yeah, the lower his health is, the faster he moves. So his movement gets quicker.
And it's gets quicker by a lot. It's just really annoying. There we go. No!
No.
I was one hit off. I got the rhythm, but I just missed one last shot. No. Now he's just going ham on his attacks. Oh, I actually forgot to mention this in the whole run. I'm playing on the American version of this game. Because the PAL version of this game runs 10 FPS slower. And for some reason, a lot of the camera buffered super jumps give you less height. So we prefer American. But at the moment there's only one PAL runner. And he is actually 3rd place right now. But it's actually kinda interesting. He's also one of the newer runners. I only run this game for like I think 7 months when I started. Ah, heck. 4th place. Is Frame 4th place? No. Okay. That's different. But those I tried to jump on those platforms there, but they actually disappeared. Okay. I'm hitting estimates. That's for sure, but PB is gonna be something different. I'm gonna hope I can PB. I just... You can also double jump if you get hit by his shockwave attack. Now just spam B to hit the rockets, and now we hit the core with the rockets, and it didn't hit too much. Whoa! No! Tax. I'm having the rare game over maybe. I'm gonna get the rare game over.
You might not get it.
Like there is a really rare chance on duplicating Rayman. And if Rayman dies, the duplicated Rayman dies, you need to do the whole boss fight all over again. And I almost got that because I saw a rocket passing by, and I saw the duplicate Rayman in the back. So I was kinda scared there. But this is the final phase. Reflux is protecting the core with a shield. And we need to hit that shield 2 times, and after that the core. And then he starts to spawn Hoodlums. And if we kill a lot of Hoodlums, we can get a 3 cycle. And if we don't hit enough Hoodlums, we get a 4. And 3 is the best to get. So let's hope that I get something good. Because all the spawns for the Hoodlums are all RNG. And I'm actually going to the right now. Normally I go to the left, but it's actually really tricky. Kidding.
So the hoodlums are refilling the boss's health, and the more hoodlums you kill, the less health is left.
And the red thingies there, if you hit a spike ball, if you hit them with a spike ball, just the spike ball disappears. What is not what you want. Especially not in the first phase. Because there are so many hoodlums there that's... It's just, you need to kill them so much. Commentary. You need to kill so many of the hoodlums.
Yeah, this should be fine damage.
Yeah.
It all depends on the second cycle.
It all depends
now.
on the second phase. This is probably the last phase, but you never know because it's Rayman, and Rayman hates you sometimes. No, maybe even PB. PB is possible if I get this 2-cycle at least. No. This is a 2-cycle or a 3-cycle.
Yeah, this is 3-cycle.
This should be it. Yeah, this is it. Time is after the cutscene and when I taunt Andre. What is the first time we actually are going to see Andre? He is not as what you expect if you have not played Rayman 3. He is not he's not what you expect. Yeah, get ready on time. Nah. That's Andre there. And time. This is PB. This is PB by I think 40 seconds. My PB was 148.46.